Hi universe, you see me again in 100 Days Live with Sonya. And yes, today I'm waiting for Dr. Liz to be with us. Actually, she's one of our sponsor also. So she's in the holiday, Easter holiday in the farm or something like that. So I'm waiting for her to be in the studio with us. So she can share a lot of things that we need to know about healthy life, because she's the expert in about nutrition also. Let's wait for her for a while. Nay, moment. Like this. Where is she? Where is she? She's not here yet. Okay, while waiting for her to be online because of she tried to find the best internet connection on the farm, right? So I would like to talk about the things that we are going to do on the next event as usual, right? Because there are some speakers who already registered for being the speakers in Online World Summit for live streamers with Sonya in June. And I'm very happy that they talk about the different subjects, also different topics in their field. Only they have something special in common. Of course, they are already very successful in life and business through live streaming, so that they are going to share what they do in the live streaming, so we can learn also from them. And I'm very happy to that there are more speakers who apply. She's on already, but she's not on the studio. Mm-mm. Let me invite. Moment, because yes, she's on, but I cannot find her. Hmm. This is interesting because moment. Moment. I have to send her a message. Maybe she's not here yet, and we have technical difficulties. Ah, there she is. So, oh, Hello, hello, lovely lady. Finally, I see you here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. And apologies. Yes, anyway, I am from my mobile office. We had a few
Me too.
challenges, but I think we're right now. Awesome.
I use everything now. My iPad and everything. That's why I couldn't email you while I'm online like this.
Uh, I,
So,
under- I understand the feeling.
how is your holiday?
Oh, thank you so much for asking. You know what? They've been fabulous. I'm actually with
Mm-hmm.
my family on my family's farm, which is beautiful, but it has very poor internet. So that's hence I've driven the car. I found some
Ah.
I've found some good mobile reception, and I'm so looking forward to our interview. And how about you? Have you had some holiday? Have you? You've
Yeah,
been online. I can't believe you've had
I
any
know, I
time.
know. And I'm very happy that you support us from the very beginning, becoming our sponsor also, you see. And this is a great event. Already about 60 days. Can you imagine that?
I
From
completely
100, and I'm very happy that we are on the same event in Global Women Empowerment also. And I was very happy to see you that night in the, what is it, in the introduction session.
yes,
And I'm very happy that we can share our thoughts also, you see.
yeah, completely agree. I think it's fabulous and well done. So have you managed every 60 days?
Yes, yes, of course. Unless if there is something like, the internet connection, of course, because I am in a developing country where internet is actually a luxurious stuff still, even though in pandemic that students also learn from home. But
Yeah.
let me put this way also, yeah, some speakers cannot make it because of they have emergency or something that I can understand. Also, yeah, there are so many things happen, but I keep trying my best to be online every day because this is my commitment. If not, then I reschedule or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that, Dr. Lee. So, yeah, a lot of things happening, but I focus on the good things, right? Instead of caring about the negative things or the things that do not bring me to my goals. And because this is also about mental health and body health, of course, because you are into it, right? You are so
Absolutely.
into nutrition, and then our topic today is getting into shape of life.
Yes, absolutely. One of my
Yes.
favorite topics, all about improving nutrition to help improve both
Mm-mm.
mental and physical health. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How do we start to have the better nutrition in daily life? Because nowadays, as you see, fast food is very tempting everywhere than the traditional food. And it takes time to cook, and they are very expensive to get. So how can we start the healthy lifestyle in the very beginning with the right nutrition that we need, or our body needs, our brain needs in each day?
It's a good question. And you know what? It's getting, in some ways, it's getting harder and harder. So, I mean, look, the good news is if we just went closer to nature and ate whole foods as
Mm-mm.
found in nature, like we grew up with, or our parents or our grandparents grew up with, then we wouldn't have so many problems with, heart disease and type 2 diabetes and some cancers. But
Mm-hmm.
exactly as you said, we are surrounded by convenience food, which is often tasty. And while it's not actually what our body has evolved, like, I have some clients that say, but Dr. Liz, I love my hamburgers, I love my chicken nuggets, I love all this.
that's
Yeah,
why that's why Professor leads me too.
that's right. And I'm not saying, you can never eat those things again. Of course you can. But we just have to remember that our body hasn't evolved to, live on chicken nuggets and hamburgers. It's evolved to live on what
Mm-hmm.
we have in nature, which is predominantly, plant-based foods, things from the garden, from, fruits and vegetables and legumes and good protein sources like chickpeas for those who eat meat. That's a good source of protein. There's lots of other really good vegetarian sources, like different beans and nuts and seeds. So I think,
Mm-hmm.
if we can just keep in mind that that's what we should mainly eat. However, I'm very realistic. I'm also a very busy working mom, like many of us are. So I also like lots of tips and tricks as well. But I do try and keep it healthy. So it might be, for example, having things like frozen fruit, berries, mangoes, those sorts of things in
Mm-hmm.
the freezer that you can just use at any time. I love my greens and different salads. And if I can't get fresh things, I also have them in the freezer. And, I always have cans of beans in the cupboard. I do like to rinse them underwater just to get, some of that extra salt out. But I try and have a combination between healthy stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
in I guess, a more convenient type way. And I think part of what I hope to inspire people to do is that healthy food can be really yummy, it can be quick, and we can be clever, smarter about how we do
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Meal preparation on the weekends, for example, that can maybe last us through the week. But I agree, we've got to take back a bit of control, because all these big fast
Mm-hmm.
food industries are promoting, all their cheap, tasty, but often unhealthy food. So we've got to be smart about how we can reincorporate healthy food back
Mm-hmm.
into our diet. But you know what? I'm a big foodie, so I'm not about saying you've got to just eat rabbit food for life. I love food. For me is one of the big enjoyments of life. So I like to think about it as 80-20. So we try and eat healthy at least 80% of the time, which means we can enjoy, some chocolate at Easter and all the other things. So yeah, but I agree, it's quite a challenge. Yeah.
Yes, and then in LINC Nutrition, how do you have your clients?
Yeah. So I have a mixture. And so I actually started, so I have two clinics. I have one in a medical center with doctors, and then I also have one
Mm-hmm.
in a gym for, lots of fitness people. But you know what? Then, of course, so I still do have those, but then, of course, COVID
Mm-hmm.
hit. So I very quickly pivoted to online. And I have to say, myself and most of my clients actually really enjoy online, because they can do it from their car or from their home. They don't, particularly some of the my sick patients, for example, who might be having treatment for cancer. They can actually
Mm-hmm.
do it from home. They don't have to get dressed up and try and find a car park at the hospital. So I'm enjoying the online work, and I'm hoping I have a couple of online programs. But that's where I'm really wanting to expand my reach out, all across the world, is through these online platforms. I do like seeing people face to face, but the potential for online, I think, is absolutely
Yeah,
huge.
the potential online is very big. I agree, but then, yeah, in this kind of consultation, I believe that you need still face to face. Also, in Australia, everything has been open, right? People travel for free already.
Yeah,
Totally different compared with the other countries today.
it is different, in obviously all areas of the world. But you know what? We're very fortunate in Australia that we're not too
Mm-hmm.
badly impacted, and life is fairly close to normal. However, we had a recent 3-day lockdown. We're still wearing masks in a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of people are not as keen to go out like they used to. A lot of people feel more comfortable to spend more time
Mm-hmm.
at home, and do the virtual things. And then, of course, some of my clients who do have chronic conditions like cancer or different immune conditions, understandably, they don't want to be around too many other people. So they are quite.
Yes, Dr. Liz, I lost your connection. Yeah, it is very important for us to keep our healthy lifestyle. Even though I am not in this fast yet, I am still tempting to a lot of delicious food. I don't care if it is fast food or junk food or something like that. But I do. What is it? Eat vegetables every day. I try to, and also try to go to the gym regularly. But the thing is, like, when you are very busy and you are in a lot of pressures like me, and sometimes you have the very, very bad habit in sleeping, right? And because of it, I gain more weight, than last month. So that no matter how I do it now, I still have to fix my lifestyle, my healthy lifestyle, not only about the nutrition or the exercise regularly on the gym, but also about my sleeping pattern. And many people, I'm not an expert in the healthy lifestyle or in a wellness, something like that. But I learned from the expert like Dr. Liz to have a healthy lifestyle, including to have the what I need to avoid or what I need to reduce or what I need to remove to be healthy, right? Because the thing is, I also have like the low blood pressure or something like that. How do you call it? And yeah, I can lose my energy right away when I'm too exhausted or when I have my burnout because of being too busy all the time, never end stops. I have to do this at this time because I realized that last year was not the best year for me also, including in financial during the pandemic. But then again, it doesn't happen only to me, but most of the people, right, in the industry, also in tourism. And thank you very much for Tim Gillette and Christiana Tudor. Christiana Tudor is our best friend. I know Dr. Liz from her. Actually, she was the one who recommend Dr. Liz to be in this show and also to be in our, you know, in my programs, and she suggests and recommends a lot of great speakers in 100 Days Live with Sonya. And of course, Tim Gillette is one of my mentor in live streaming, and he supports me a lot in the 100 Days Live with Sonya from the day I mentioned about this idea. And of course, they will be in the next event in June. I need to mention it because if you haven't heard about it, then this is your chance to register for online World Summit for live streamers with Sonya in June, right? The 1st until the 5th of June. And it will be great because there are many new speakers. Actually, they are not new, but they were not in 100 days live with Sonya because they didn't make the schedule for 100 days live with Sonya. I know this is a very long event, and most of the speakers do not have schedule more than 2 months, so they need to manage their schedule again to join us. But I'm not worried about it as long as we are here every day to share the values that we have. And if you need any help, please reach us out in the messenger on or also in our group, our coaching universe on the Facebook. Then you can reach us, and it will be great to be with you like this every day. I'm very happy, and it seems that Dr. Liz is not here to have the connection, or maybe I need to reschedule with her for the next event. Oh, what I mean is, oh, sorry, in 100 days live with Sonia, but for the next schedule. I have some spots in May if you would like to join us. Also, it will be great. And do not forget to register to our coachinguniverse.anitasonya.com, our coachinguniverse.anitasonya.com if you haven't registered for 100 days live with Sonya. And I'm very happy that you support us in this event. I will wait for Dr. Liz for a while. If she's here, I don't know if she can join us again. Oh, okay. Um, she's here.
Am I back?
Welcome back. You see
Oh,
how technology becomes our challenge today.
oh, the joys of live streaming. You are very You are very flexible, Anita Sonia. Do you know what happened?
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, my phone overheated.
Maybe because I love you. If I don't love you, I just close the show.
Oh my goodness! But anyway,
No,
I want to have this chat. But I tell you what, there's been a few challenges. But anyway, I'm back.
yeah, even I tell our audience today, our viewers, maybe I need to reschedule this until you have the good what is it? The good
Yeah, mobile
connection in the
reception.
office or at home, something
I,
like that. But
I
this is not the way. I just want you to be on our next event and sponsor us for our
oh
online World Summit in June.
yes, I'm super excited. I'm super excited. Now that is a definite.
Thank you. But it
And
won't be like this. It will be different. There is no interview anymore because you make me.
yeah,
No,
yes,
no, I'm kidding.
no, it's all good. And you know what? I won't be in the middle of the outback then, and I will
Mm-hmm.
actually have some decent internet and mobile reception. It's just like I say,
Sure.
I'm having this beautiful time with the family, but I am literally
Mm-hmm.
in the Australian bush, so not very good reception at all.
Yeah, that's why. And do you feel comfortable to see on your camera like this? I don't think that you are comfortable with it. Or you will be. I'm sure that you will have the deep massage, the deep tissue massage after this.
Look, I know it's not great position, I have to say, and it is very hot, and I want to turn on the air conditioning, but it's
Mm,
probably going to
mm.
be too noisy. So I know it's
Oh,
not
sorry.
great at
But that
all.
will be okay. We can reschedule this. I still have some spots left in May, of course, or
Okay, well
then there will be a problem.
let's
Yeah,
do
because
that.
I don't know anything about healthy lifestyle, about nutrition, and I try to talk, but I'm not the expert. I know a little bit, like I gain my weight because of my sleeping pattern is not good at this time also, like,
Yeah,
because of a lot of pressures, and I have to catch all of the deadlines, something like that, and then yeah, and then I have to make up for the things that I couldn't do last year during the pandemic, right? Then,
yes, yeah,
yeah. So I believe even though I go to the gym every day and also try to eat healthy, but I still gain weight and I don't like it. Even though the people say, no, that is alright, that is sexy, but I still feel very heavy. You know what I mean? Because it is more than the average weight. So,
and I think it's always hard for all of us when our routine is changed. But I think taking that
mm-hmm,
action and doing what we can, looking after our nutrition, sleeping, reducing stress, trying to focus on more fresh foods and just get the body
mm-hmm,
moving. And then I think connecting with other amazing people from around the world so that we still
mm-hmm,
feel that sense of connection, I think is really important. But yeah, I think we should sweat it out, do a bit of exercise, most days of the week, eat well, and think of some simple tricks about how we can increase
mm-hmm,
the amount of fresh foods like fruits and veggies
mm-hmm.
in our day for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I chat with our best friend Christiana Tudor, I asked her to eat fruits because I love fruits also. And I feel that she lost a lot of energy because of her activities also. She tried to do many things at once, like the multitask into everything. So I asked her to reduce her schedule also. And she does it.
I,
You know her well. And I'm very happy that you support her also.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think with any of these sort of adopting healthy habits, it's taking action, reinforcing, and
Mm-hmm.
trying to improve on what we're doing every day. And it's tricky with all the misinformation. Like everyone thinks,
Mm-hmm.
everyone feels they're an expert in nutrition. And it's
Yes,
tricky
that's
because a
true.
lot of people will say, there's too much sugar in fruit, you can't eat fruit. But you know what? It's the natural sort of sugar, and most of us handle it. Our body handles it very well. It's true that we
Mm-hmm.
should eat fresh fruit more than juice. The juice where they take all the fibre away. For some people,
Mm-hmm.
particularly if you have diabetes, you can't have too much all at one go. But having a
Mm-hmm.
couple of pieces of fruit over the day and spread it out, for most people is a really healthy way to get in their vitamins,
Mm-hmm.
some minerals, and a good type of fibre. So yeah, I think we need to focus more on our natural foods.
Yeah, it's hard to listen to you at this time because of the voice also and the disturbance. But I've just known that for the diabetes, and do you suggest that for the diabetes, the people who have diabetes, that they eat the fruits with the juice or something like that, not the fresh fruit? They cut the fruit or something?
So with people with diabetes, it does depend on how well controlled their diabetes is. But I would rather
Mm-hmm.
that they have a whole piece of fruit rather than the
Mm-hmm.
juice. Because if they just have the juice, it gives
Oh,
them
the opposite. So it's better to cut the fruit than eat directly, than to make it into the juice, right? Yeah, even because in here with the juice you add many things. You add the sugar, you add the milk to make it taste better. So
yeah,
yeah, then
and that's right. And because the natural fruit, like an apple or something just off the tree or some mango,
mhm,
it has a lot of fibre in it, which actually helps slow down the release of the sugar into our bloodstream when we digest it.
mhm,
Whereas if you just have it in the juice format, it's even though it's natural sugar, it is quite a concentrated form. So yeah, better to eat the whole fruit and just not to have a huge amount in one go. So the equivalent of like a handful of something, one piece of
mhm,
fruit at one time.
mhm,
For most people, it's fine, but then to spread it out over the day. So, for example, not just sitting down and eating a whole heap of mangoes or grapes or something, but having one
yes,
serve or one handful is good. And we have to be careful because a lot of those juices are very popular now, but it
mhm,
can be quite a big source of sugar, even though it's natural sugar. Some of those juices
yeah,
actually
yeah,
like similar amount of sugar to soft drink, or 8 or 10 teaspoons of sugar per container. So it's quite a lot.
mhm. Yeah, I understand, but this is also because in Australia, such kind of fruit are easy to find and they are fresh. But when I was in Europe, it was very hard to find the fresh mango. I had to wait for some days to be ripened, right? But
Yeah,
I think the best way to eat mango and you have the best nutrition is like you go to your neighbor and steal the mango, but you have to climb by yourself. You lose energy, and then you have the fresh mango, right? This is like you do the exercise having the mango from your neighbor. I don't know if you can do that in Australia, but here in Asia we still do that, taking the mango from our neighbors, stealing
yeah,
them.
yeah. That's
Then
right.
you have all of the energy, even the hard sport, because the neighbor see you or something like that. But that is okay. What I mean is like uh, we keep our life fun. I want to be happy also. I cannot say that I am happy all the time, but I try to do it. I think when I'm happy also, it seems that I have the balance, weight, than when I am sad or that I am lack of fresh, something like that. Is that true?
Well, it's interesting that we now know that what we eat can absolutely affect our mood, how we think. It can
Mm-hmm.
actually our diet is linked with things like anxiety and depression, food
Mm-hmm.
cravings, and how well we sleep. So the more we eat, natural type foods, the more
Mm-hmm.
likely we are to feel better. But you're right, we can get into
Okay,
that
okay.
cycle. So if we feel a bit depressed or anxious, then often we we don't feel like making such an effort. So we might just go for junk
Mm-hmm.
food or having a lot of soft drink or alcohol. But then we get into that negative cycle because we feel like crap. We eat crap or eat the junk food, and that actually makes us feel
Mm-hmm.
worse. So it's important to just take a breath, try and stop the cycle, and nourish ourselves. So whether it be with a beautiful salad or a beautiful soup, or a cut up fruit salad, something just that actually is nourishing for us. Because what's
Mm-hmm.
interesting, you hear a lot about gut health now, and it's true. The bacteria, the healthy bacteria that live in our gut and our intestines, they make little
Mm-hmm.
chemicals that send signals up to our brain and can actually influence our mood. So we want to make sure that we're encouraging the right sort of healthy bacteria to send those happy signals, rather than there are some bacteria which are not as healthy, and they can make us feel a bit depressed, and they can also lead to
Mm-hmm.
food cravings. So we don't want those ones.
Mm-hmm.
We want the more positive ones. And by sleeping well, doing exercise,
Mm-hmm.
eating fresh, healthy foods, and managing our stress, all of that actually helps encourage the healthier type of bacteria, which then leads to a better mood, better gut health, and a better mood as well. Yeah.
Yes, and so what kind of food that make those bacteria happy to send the message to our brain?
Yeah.
Is it also like the veggie and what kind of food that do not
It
make them
is
happy?
really, yeah. I mean, really, any sort of fruit, vegetables, or beans are powerhouses. Some are particularly good, like berries. Berries are particularly good. Any sort of, raspberry, strawberry. Things
Mm,
like spices, so turmeric, ginger, any of those sort of nice spices and herbs that are used in curries and stir
mm,
fries. They're fantastic. And also good
mm,
fats. So fats that are found in fish and seaweed, seafood, nuts and seeds. Those are also very good. The things that aren't so good is too much salt, too much fat,
mm,
too much sugar, too much caffeine, so too much coffee can be a problem. A couple of cups a day is fine, but more than that can lead to gut problems and also affect your thinking and your mood. And also alcohol, too much alcohol is not good for your gut health, your immune health, or even
mm,
your mood. And it's tricky because if people are stressed, they may look for alcohol to help relax them. And the problem is,
mm,
it might happen in the short term, but alcohol does work as a depressant. So it can, impact the sleep, so people don't sleep as well. And also it can lead to further depression. So, if people choose to drink, it's okay to have a couple of glasses or something now and again. But if someone is
mm.
feeling anxious or depressed and they are drinking a lot of alcohol, one of the first things I will try and do is to manage healthier alternatives and to try and decrease the amount they are drinking, because just doing something as simple as that can actually really help improve their mood.
Wow, it is a lot actually, but unfortunately that our son is not good today, and then yes, there are some disturbances, and I hope that you can share more on the next event in June, right?
Yes, yeah. I would love, yeah, absolutely. I would love to. And so I'm just conscious that I'm probably going to run into problems with my phone again. So I'm going to make
Yes,
sure.
no, no problem,
So I
no
just want.
problem. Then we can reschedule also if you want to, because there are so many information that I want you to share with us. Not many nutritionists also link nutrition is specialized in it, right? Then I'm very happy that if you can share more later.
Thank you. I would love to do that, Vinny, Sonia. And I'm really looking forward to the event in June. And I just wanted to say a huge thank you and congratulations for doing this amazing, online summit.
Thank
I
you,
think it's
thank
such an
you.
achievement, and I know there's some been already, some absolutely amazing speakers, and you
Mm-hmm.
have more lined up. And yeah, I look forward to continuing to have these discussions with you. And I'm always happy
Of
to
course, of
connect with
course.
amazing people all around the world. So they can feel free to check out my
Yes,
website.
we will. We will.
Yes.
You know
Yep.
what? It happens because also we have the great speakers and sponsor like you. Without you and other speakers and other sponsors, this event wouldn't happen this way, right? To be huge, it's much more than I imagined or expected before. So I was very surprised that speakers, the experts like you, really help and support us in this event and also the next event in online World Summit for live streamers with Sonya, right? Dr. Lee,
Oh,
thank you very much. And I'm very honored and happy to have you here finally in 100 Days Live with Sonya. And I will let you go so that you can continue your activities. And I don't want you to be blackout again today because of the sun.
we will. Thank you so much, and we will chat again soon. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much. See you. Bye bye. So, yes, I have to let her go, but I'm very happy here because our best friend Christiana Tudor also shared that you can have the free consultation with Dr. Liz, but I don't know why I cannot see the comment to share with you, but it is in Facebook already. So please check it out. Then you can have the free consultation with her about the health, about the nutrition of, and of course, healthy lifestyle. Again, I really thank you for all of our speakers, all of the experts who dedicate to this 100 days live with Sonya. Also, our sponsor, our main sponsor, Livestream Universe, and of course, Jody Krangle of audio branding. She's a really great voice actor. I really admire her a lot. And yes, tomorrow we are going to have another session or show in 100 Days Live with Sonya. And do not forget, if you love this, please comment or put the hashtag replay. No, I ask you because people say that they watch, but they don't say that they are in replay, right? So please put the hashtag replay. And do not forget to register to our coachinguniverse.anitasonya.com, our coachinguniverse.anitasonya.com, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.